Hello everybody, it's time for the next instalment of Plat, That podcast, coming straight at you with episode 7. Before we get into it, let's see what's happening, shall we? A new update from me. It's been a while, so apologies for the long wait for this episode. I will try to do better. I must do better. I've been working on getting my YouTube channel up and running. I will leave a link in the description if I can figure out how to do so. If anyone's interested, just search iHenpie on YouTube and it turns up. Right, back to gaming now. So the biggest one, once this episode goes live, it will be out. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about God of War Ragnarok. Who's getting it? I think this might be one for the future for me. With a lot of games going on PS Plan, is pre-order still a thing anymore? I haven't read too much about it, purely for the fact that I don't want spoilers. Talking of spoilers, spoiler. What do you think of that? That's cool, isn't it? Planning to have this added whenever there's a potential spoiler in future podcasts. Anyway, back to it. God of War. I really enjoyed the previous instalment, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Boy.
What other news have we seen? We've seen that PSVR has now been given a release date of February. Edit. At the time this episode releases, PSVR 2 will be well and truly out and openly available. I have been proper slacking. I haven't seen too much information about this, but I am interested. I own the current PSVR, and I've had some fun playing with it, mainly thanks to Duresane. If you have a PSVR and you haven't played it yet, I would highly recommend. Right, let battle commence. Platinum number 7 is the one, the only, the GOAT. Yes, a GOAT simulator to be precise. So what is GOAT Simulator? Well, GOAT Simulator is exactly what you would imagine from the title. It's a game where you can actually live your lifelong childhood dream of being a goat. Or was that just mine? That's it, that's the game. Thank you for listening to the month's episode. Nah, I joke. Let's break it down now, y'all. Goat Simulator was made by Coffee Stain Studio on the Unreal Physics engine. The game is about a female goat named Pilgor. She, along with other goats, are seemingly stupid and rock-brained, but they are secretly smart enough to have their own kingdom in hell, where the Queen Goat resides.
And their own cult based off the evil Goat Queen.
Not many humans have taken notice of the goats, but when they do, it usually just a light, "Aww," or a laugh, specifically referring to pygmy goats. That is from the Goat Simulator wiki. I know I can hear you all saying, what, can this game get any more perfect? Well, yes, it can. Remember that obsession that went around in the dark distant past about Flappy Bird? This game has that involved in it too. More detail on that to come. Goat Simulator is an open-ended third-person game in which the player controls a goat. The player is free to explore the game's suburban world as a goat and jump, run, bash things and lick objects. Yes, lick objects. When licking objects, it attaches the goat's tongue to the object and lets the player drag the object around until they let go. At any time, the player can let the goat drop into a ragdoll model, allowing the game's physics to take over. And another control makes the game run in slow motion. A number of environmental features allow the player to manipulate the goat into stunts such as bouncing off trampolines or launching the goat into the air through large fans. The game features a scoring system similar to the likes of the skateboarding games we see like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, whereby doing tricks or other actions earn points. Footage of the game in its alpha state was posted on YouTube by the developer, where it received more than 1 million views in 2 days and a large response from fans requesting a full release of the game, in part due to various bugs and glitches in the prototype's engine. Let's take a little look at the plot. There isn't really one. During the research for this episode, I know it sounds like a right laugh, I stumbled across a disclaimer, which not only sums the game up but also gives an insight into the developers. Goat Simulator is a small, broken and stupid game. It was made in a couple of weeks, so don't expect the game the size of the scope of GTA with goats. In fact, you're better off not expecting anything at all actually. To be completely honest, it would be best if you saved your $10 on hula hoops and a pile of bricks, or maybe a real life goat. Goat Simulator was released on the 1st of April. Hilarious. This made people question whether this game was real or not. I think this move and other points I've previously alluded to just show what the developer is like and not that serious, and just really wants to just have a laugh. Right, did you hear that? I heard it. Did anyone else hear that? Did you hear that? Yes, that's right, it's trophy time. Goat Simulator has a total of 83 trophies. This is broken down to 62 bronze, 15 silver, 5 gold, and most importantly, 1 shiny, bright looking platinum. This total includes all the DLC to date. The base game itself only has 31 trophies. PSN Profiles has this down as a 5 out of 10 difficulty rating, with the time of 2 hours for completion. The trophies in this game were easy. I don't remember having any issues apart from that one. You may have guessed that what it's about. Yep, feckin' Flappy Bird. This was a pain. Don't want to put anyone off, but if you do decide to go for the platinum, please do be aware that this is a time sink. I vaguely remember getting lucky with this one. I wish you all the luck in the world. Goat Simulator was only released on the PS4 when I got the platinum. Recently, a PS5 version has been released and it contains its own trophy list, meaning I could get another platinum. This is very, very tempting. But then we have Flappy Bird. I will have to do some research into this. I think it's needed. So, my final thoughts on this game are that it was a fantastic experience. I actually loved every second of it, even the hours and hours I poured into Flappy Goat. Honestly, the clues in the title, this is a goat, and I would highly recommend this game to anyone who wants to get lost in a lovely environment as a goat. So that was Platinum number 7. I hope it was enjoyable. I will be back in the next Platinum on my list. As the next ones are shorter games, I'm thinking of combining these into one episode. If anyone has any comments or would like to be involved in this podcast, please do let me know. I can be found on Twitter under @PlatThatPodcast, all lowercase. Drop me a message and I will be happy to respond. So once again, thank you for your time, and I look forward to making episode 8, where I will have a look at a platinum that goes bump in the night. Goodbye for now. Bye!